All right, good morning, friends. Good evening, good night, whatever time this message finds you. I trust that you and your family are well. I just wanted to share this morning just a little encouragement on some of the things that we're going through. And again, this would apply to persons everywhere. Yesterday I went to buy some chicks, all right, and chicken feed. I started to mine chickens, broilers and layers during the pandemic. And yesterday I went to get some more, right? So chickens and feed as well. And in less than a year, the price of the chicks went up by $4, right? So that's $4 per chick. So I'm paying $4 more for a chick in less than 1 year. That's how much the cost has increased. One type of feed as well increased by $70. Right, so from $2.30 for the bag, it's now $300. And I mean, now that's a significant increase in cost. And I mean, that's across now just one segment, right? Now the thing about this is, it's not like you're buying a different breed or a chick. It's not that you have more feed when you pay this greater cost. So I mean, we always refer to things getting more expensive, or things getting the price of goods going up. And the real issue here, the real change that's taking place, is that our money, right, the currency that we use, is decreasing in value, right? That is the thing that is changing here. Now, but people don't really refer to it in that way. Now, there is no, of course, intrinsic value in the fiat money that we have in our wallets and in our bank accounts, but there's an agreed value to it, right? Society agrees on the cost or the value of these dollars that we carry around. But at this point in time, we can see, based on the prices of goods, how much we pay to exchange them for goods and services, that the dollar itself is losing value, and losing value quite rapidly. Now, I know the current reason being given for that is the Ukraine war, Russia-Ukraine special military operation, as the Russians call it, and this conflict. Now, that is again something that's being used to justify merchants and corporations raising their prices, right? Even with the price of oil and so on, right? And just pay attention, because you have the situation. Let's take, for example, the oil and gas. The sanctions that have been leveled against the Russian economy and so on, that is being used as the reason why oil and gas prices have risen. And if you take Europe, for example, Europe has purchased more Russian oil and gas since the conflict than before. All right, they have actually increased their purchase of Russian oil and gas, while claiming that the reason for the price hikes is Putin, right? Who is again a very convenient boogeyman, and they're justifying that by telling us now that, well, we must, all hold our collective breath so that Russia could strangle, right, or suffocate. And obviously it makes no sense, but we have been drawn into this emotionally so that they can do what they want to do, because again, the sanctions and the effects of those sanctions, which are being felt by us more than Russia, if anybody's paying attention, is the doing of the West. It's the doing of United States and the other European economies who are attempting to stifle Russia, but we are feeling the pain now. Since the invasion, the ruble, which Joe Biden said would turn to ruble, of course it depreciated significantly in the first couple of weeks, and as of yesterday, the ruble is stronger than it has been in about 7 years, right? So the ruble is now actually stronger than when the war started, right? The interest rates in Russia was again raised to accommodate the hit that the ruble would take initially, but now it's back down to just 1% more than it was before the crisis. Now I'm just saying that to show how it has backfired spectacularly, but we are still being asked to bear a burden that has nothing to do with what was going on in this so-called huge sanction package that was supposed to destroy the Russian economy, but is hurting us more. Back to the feed now. Now, there were two hikes of animal feed before the war. So if the war is the reason now, what was the reason then? Right? And I'm just saying this to show that we are being strung along, and they're using the most convenient excuse to push prices higher and to destroy our own economies, right, to achieve a particular agenda that is actively taking place. Now again, there are people who are striking and speaking out, and I think that's important. That's something that should be done based on our societal contract, right, with our leaders who are supposed to be serving us. And that is going on all over the world. I am more interested in what are we going to do, the solutions to it, because we can strike and protest, right, and speak all we want, but it does not change our realities directly, right, and it doesn't solve the problem that obviously is being our leaders are being pushed into by persons who were not elected, right? Again, you need to pay attention. The World Economic Forum just came to conclusion last week. If you listen to the ideas and the thoughts of these international elites. Again, men and women who weren't elected to serve your country, but are making policies that our leaders, our country leaders, seem to go along with easily. It's very, very concerning, and it is clear that they have no intentions of reversing these self-defeating policies that they have initiated. So it's up to you and I to make sure that we can continue to act in a way that will minimize the effects on our own families going forward. And we have to prepare. I mentioned the spirit of preparation some time ago, which obviously we need to continue doing, but also prepare physically and materially the things that we would need for sustenance. Food, things like your rice and flour and canned goods, peas and these things that you can purchase now. If you can, we should make every effort to do so. Buy a little extra and put away, because the things that we buy today, we will be paying more for it in the future, right? And as I say, it's always better to be prepared, right, for an event that does not happen than, you know, when something happens, you are now looking for a way out, right? So that's my encouragement. We need to continue to of course trust in the Most High, because He is our source, not the things that we would be able to provide for ourselves, but it is wisdom to make sure that we are prepared for the inevitable. At this point in time, food shortages will happen all over the world, right? I was speaking to a friend in Sri Lanka recently via WhatsApp, and again, these are news items that are not really making are not getting much attention internationally, because there are more important things going on. But our brothers and sisters in Sri Lanka, they are in dire straits, right? They have been, their economy have contracted so much that they aren't able to make payments to the national debt, right? Pakistan is also closing in on a similar situation where the economies are concerned. And again, that is, those are signs for us that we should be prepared, right, before we get into situations like that, right? So again, friends, continue to be safe. When I say prepare, another thing is to plant. If you have space, plant something. Things that you plant would be things that you will not have to face the stores for. All right, so continue to be safe, you and your families, and until next time, you are willing, be blessed.